Okay, start our warm up with a nice big pull back just to stretch across the arms, the chest, and loosening up through the thighs. So today the goal is few exercises for every part of the body with dumbbells, equally keeping the heart rate up, equally working on strength and core. Switching to a big kick here for the hamstrings. And I want you to choose weights that are just a little bit lighter than what you might normally use. So still in the range of challenge, but just not trying to push the weights. And instead, we're going to focus on smooth, continuous movements and a little bit higher reps. And one more big kick. And then with the feet planted, we'll take one arm up, side bend over. Do a nice big stretch with the arm coming right up over the ear. Over and reach. Inhale, stretch. Over, and then one more, up and over. Then standing tall, anchored at the head and the hips, rotate the upper body. Right to left, let the arms swing just enough to get that stretch between the shoulder blades. And last time on each side. We're going to move straight into our first set of lunges with no extra weight. So if you have one foot behind you, coming down and then lifting the knee. Down and then lifting the knee. Good big exhale to the top. Lots of body weight in the heel of that foot. One more and then we'll switch sides. Down, lift the knee. Kind of warming up the brain as well, just to remember balance with the moving parts. And last two. And with hands to the floor, we're going to go right ahead and do a set of just 10 push-ups. So bringing the hands down, this could be from your knees, make it your own. Strong spine, strong core. Remember those big exhales on your push. And then after your 10, come all the way back up, and we're going to grab our dumbbells for the first set of squats. So either holding one dumbbell at your chest or two at the shoulders, and then taking your feet at hip width apart, toes turned out just a little bit, abs tight, and we're going to come down. So just be mindful at the bottom of the squat. Try not to let the tailbone tuck underneath you. Okay, last one. Coming all the way up. Bring the dumbbells down. Keep one of them for your bent over row. So from a split squat or a lunge, pull. Keeping it a little bit lighter will allow us to have the palm facing back. So thumb turned to the inside. Elbow is out wide. And lean lots of body weight into that front foot. Good, switching sides, same thing exactly on the other side, other leg. Big pull. Last one, and then bring the dumbbells down. And we're going to return to our push-ups for another set of 10. And push-ups, here we go. Good, abs are super tight. Keep going until you get all 10, and then coming back up for our lunges. This time with the lunges and the dumbbells, we're going to include a bicep curl. So 1 foot forward, keeping the feet anchored in a split, and at the bottom, hold for 1 curl, and then come back up. At the bottom, hold for 1 curl, and then up. So today marks the first day of the Good Energy 10-day detox for January 2022. And really the main goal here is just giving the body a little bit of a break. If you've been celebrating like I have the last, well, it's just been a liberal few weeks really, is what it is. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine a couple days ago. Can't say that I feel like I've actually eaten a lot more than usual. It's just things that I don't normally eat. Definitely lots of rich choices. One more, and then switching sides. And I'll tell you, it's nothing that I feel bad about. It was absolutely wonderful, but I do recognize my body's need for a little bit less sugar and less salt. And having a goal of 10 days just not eating those foods is just a really good way to kind of reset, give the body a chance to catch up with itself. And it's good practice too, because once you've, it's like when your car is dirty and you get it clean, you just, I don't know about you, but I take the time to keep it clean for a while, because it just feels so good to get in there when it's so clean, and you just want it to stay that way. So, dirty car, you just keep throwing more stuff in the back. One more curl here. Anyway, that's my analogy on cleansing. Doesn't have to be any more dramatic than that. We're going back to our squats. Bring those weights up to your shoulders. This time we're going to take the feet wide. As long as it's wider than before, maybe turn the toes out even a little bit more than last time. And we're going to come down and up. Just simply plie or sumo squat, however you want to call it. Let's give it one more good one. And back to our bent over row. Okay, so changing it up this time, I want you to use 2 dumbbells if you have them. So instead of leaning on the arm on the thigh, we'll be in that lunge. Just gonna turn sideways here, and then pulling up. So from straight on here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the other side for 5. I'll let you count this one at your own pace. Really squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then inhale, come all the way up. All right, we're taking these weights down, and grab your mat. I'm gonna do our pullovers, triceps, and ab combo next. So first off, taking 1 or 2 dumbbells, the right amount of weight, I'm gonna tilt this here, the right amount of weight for you to do your pullovers. So expect that you might be a little bit stronger than you think. And we're gonna have the knees above the hips, ankles up, push those feet away a little bit, engaging the inner thighs. Straight arms, reach back, exhale, pull. So reach back as far as you feel comfortable going. Because the floor is there, you'll hopefully get at least that far where you're able to touch. Really reaching up for the ceiling. And holding it at 10, we're gonna hold that dumbbell right there. Good, bring the legs up, a little sit up, and then the legs are coming down. Holding the upper body and the dumbbell off the floor. And bringing the knees in. We're going to take the arms back overhead as if we were doing that pullover, except for this time, bending the elbows and then extending straight up. So bend at the elbow and straighten. Gonna give it 2 more. And back to pullovers, keeping the arms totally straight. Reach and then pull. Trying to keep that lower back close to the floor. So in other words, resisting the urge to lift the ribs. There it is. Okay, 1 more with the crunches, holding the arms up. Upper body comes off the floor as well. Legs down and up. And arms down. Last time, triceps. It should kind of feel like you're throwing the dumbbell towards the ceiling. Elbows are turning inward slightly towards each other. Good, last one. And bringing the dumbbell down. Awesome. Coming all the way up. And turning over, plank position. So plank position, I want you to take the dumbbell under your chest. Take your feet nice and wide. So we are in a plank, but it's like a wide leg plank. So it's easier from the front view. And the feet are wide because we're going to reach one arm underneath the other one, drag the dumbbell to the side, and then reach across and pull. So if you're on a surface that doesn't drag, you might need to lift. And as we drag, we're trying to use the strength from the outer shoulder and mostly the oblique abs. Can you keep the hips level on that pull? One more. And inhale, coming all the way back up. We're going curtsy squats next. So do whatever you need to do to get ready to have those weights somewhere loaded in the upper body, either up on the shoulders again or at your chest. One leg behind the other, and we're just coming down and up. So try to load mostly into the front heel. And switching sides, good, keep breathing. Know the heart rate is already up from that. 2 more good ones. Last one. Woo, yeah. And bringing the weights all the way down. Okay, maybe the weights you're using will be right for this. I'm gonna grab a slightly lighter set for our shoulder fly. So we've got a couple exercises that we'll do next to target the shoulders. And on the first one, also keeping a little focus on balance. So you can stand on just one foot, however it works best for you. You can completely eliminate it, that's great. Otherwise you could, have the other two on the floor, something like that. Shoulders down low, both arms come up to the side, shoulder fly. Palms of the hands should be facing the floor at the top, and just be really mindful. We're trying to keep the shoulders down when the arms go up. Can you lengthen any more from the crown of your head up? Can you tuck your tailbone under anymore? And then we're going to switch legs here, continuing. Last two. Okay, almost the same move, but we're going to target the back of the shoulder this time. So we're coming forward, tummy tight, back totally flat, and the elbows bent. The elbows bent like you're going to fly a fighter plane, fighter jet, and then the elbows lift. We are focusing on squeezing those shoulder blades together. Good, when you get a rhythm from the movement, try to pull the chin up to the throat. And emphasize that squeeze at the top, so not spending much time at the bottom at all. 5, 4, 3, starting to feel some heat in the upper back. 1, inhale, come up. Second set straight away, one leg shoulder fly. Here we go, tuck the tailbone under, lengthen through the spine, shoulders drop and push down. And then just a slight bend in the elbow. Arms coming up. And switching legs for the last 5. Even trying to be very strong and solid in that standing leg. Lengthening the distance from the heel of that foot to the crown of the head. Last one. And final set, bent over row. So coming forward. Give it one more strong lift between the shoulder blades. And inhale, come all the way back up. Okay, what weights do you need to use for a safe but effective shoulder press? So grab those dumbbells. We're gonna stand in a split squat. Good, abs tight, and alternating right arm, left arm, and then both arms. The palms are turned in, single, single, double. One more time with this leg forward. And then switch. Good, so really focused on bracing through the spine. And absolutely no shoulder shrugging here. The arms are going up, but the shoulders are staying nice and low. Good, one more set of single, single, double. Excellent. And next up is the check press. So it's another variation of a shoulder press. Lighter weights are better. So if you already had those lighter weights, you'll start to feel this a little bit more. So feet together. We're going to push both arms straight up together, but then turn the palms out. I might come down on my knees just so you can see this here. So up, out, down wide, and then in. So the elbows are never dropping any lower than shoulder height. And the tricky part I find for most people, and myself included, is on the up, not letting the elbows come any closer together than shoulder width apart. And so when you're bringing those arms up, you're keeping the elbows and the wrists parallel until the arms are completely straight. One more good one here. And then in. Good, so that one, if you needed to do a couple extra reps, it really depends on how much weight you're using, how many reps you do on that one. We're gonna come back to our plank position on the hands, but instead of dragging the dumbbell this time, we're gonna bring the knees to the elbows. So focusing on those lower abs again. Find your best plank. Take your right knee and twist it towards the left elbow, and then switch. Good, last two on each side. And done. Awesome, good. Standing with one foot forward and one foot back. Take one arm straight up, bring your hand behind your head. We are gonna move into our stretch sequence here. So for the hip flexors to start, we're gonna lunge forward into the front foot and then lift the elbow towards the ceiling. Good. Pushing the hips forward, lunging into the front foot. Tucking the tailbone under, really try to point that elbow straight up, reaching for the ceiling. And then switching sides. Good, lunging forward, tilt and reach. See if you can come any further forward, body weight into that front foot. Elbow reaching up and over. And then slowly coming all the way back to the hamstring stretch. So taking that front leg extended. Totally straight at the knee. Belly button in tight, and then we're coming forward just gently. And slowly switch. Other leg. Move forward gently. Okay, I'm going to challenge you to do the quad stretch against a piece of furniture or a wall today as our final stretch here. So, and I'm just saying that because it does take a minute to move your mat or something soft, or just your body, over to the wall or the couch. Shin goes up the wall. We're going to try and get your hands on your thigh. If not the thigh, you can keep them on the floor. And we're tucking the tailbone under, lifting up through the crown of the head. It's our goal here to get the lower back and the back of the neck as close to the wall behind us as possible. Good, just holding for a couple more breaths here. Try to squeeze the glutes at the end. And then slowly switch. When you're ready, when you feel you've had 30 seconds, 45 seconds holding there, we'll switch sides. It's very common for there to be a tremendous difference in how it feels from one leg to the other. That's not what we want it to be, but it's common, and if that is the situation for you, definitely take this as a worthy wake-up call to do this a little bit more on that tighter side. A few times a day would be perfect. It won't take you that many days to get some balance back there, but you'll save your low back for sure. Good, one more nice deep inhale here. And on the exhale, slowly coming out of that stretch, We did a total body dumbbell workout today. Thanks for joining me. If you're doing the 10-day detox as well, have a great day. Hang in there. We got this. One day at a time.